This is going to be our next exciting adventure in Dadan and Ikman.
But at that time, the most important one, the carving. And also they said, one of the specialist people, they said they have the schools to learn the carving. If you look to this hand, it's a real, it's not replica. And you can see it's very big. The tallest one, we found it as a statue, about 2.6 meter. The smallest one, about 15 centimeter. So why this? For what? Actually, it's kind of sacrificing. If you want to ask from the God his mercy or to blessing you or anything you want it, just to make a statue like you and offer it to the God in the temple. And there is a special rooms to put that statue there.
So we can have a look at the tombs, I guess, with the binoculars. I don't think we can go up there.
So these carvings that you can see here in the side of the mountain were supposedly carved by the civilization that came after Nabatanese people. So over here you can see we're walking towards the remains of Dadan, the ancient city of Dadan. This is currently archaeological site where they found all those artifacts that you saw in the earlier video.
So we arrived at the Jabal Ikma, the Mount Ikma. Unfortunately, we were not able to inspect the lion tombs up close in Dadan. It would be very interesting to have a look at the tool marks and resemblances from other areas. But now we're going to go to Jabal Ikma and the Ancient Inscription Academy. We'll have a look at the carving in stone ourselves. Walking down the pathway to Jabal Ikma, Mount Ikma in English. The guide is waiting up the road and we're going to listen what they have to say about the significance of that mountain. Some graffiti right there, vandalizing even rocks. More petroglyphs. Basically an ancient graffiti.
Okay, so it's okay, you can walk here, there's a space for everyone.
We wanted to wait on the shuttle bus to the old town in Al Ula, but it only comes out in about 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock. So it's like an evening shuttle bus. In the morning, in the scorching sun, you have to walk. There's no shuttle bus in the sun. It's only in the afternoon when it's cold. So they're more concerned about cold than the scorching sun. Clearly. District. Let's go to an old town. Again, beautifully set town. Beautiful mountain views. Some old buildings starting already on the left. And up the road. Welcome to Al Ula, Old Town. So we're here. Al Ula. old town. Gonna go with traditional old roads. See the traditionally designed buildings, left and the right. The guys over here are renovating the building, doing some renovations, constructions at what's not. So it's the roof construction here in the old town buildings, and then we're coming out to this little courtyard there, and then from there we're gonna go in all the way in here in the tiny little valley. What's really cool here is all the design and all the architecture is kept in the original style, so you don't have a stupid modern elements in the old town that look out of place. When you come here in the evening after 4 o'clock, you can book yourself a thing in the museum, but you also they're burning incense and frankincense here in the evening, so it's actually a really nice experience because you can smell how did the place more or less smelled like in a day where it was occupied by people, and people were living here and actually building the whole place and doing business and having their own dramas and stuff like this. It's very interesting. So these are the incense burners. You can see there's a statue burn there, and we're gonna go there. The view here divided the town, divided into two parts, separated by the mountain and the fort. The view from top of a mountain here, a crier mountain, where the crier would stand on the slope and announce the lost and found items, and the people will come over and pay the monetary value for it. It would have a very significant social role to play in the town. The view from the very top of the mountain at the top of the old city, the old town, this part here, and these parts here. As you can see, they're at a different stage of progress in terms of renovations. The very old part is on the other side as well. I presume there's farmyards there, other than the actual living area. That would be the living areas here, the town, the markets, the whatnot. The excavations here happening as well. Renovations, reconstructions. It's always great to be able to see from the top, from the bird's eye view. Unfortunately couldn't take drone for this part, for this trip, so had to climb on the top of a tower here to see the view from the top, from the bird's eye view, but as well worth it. It's a little bit hot here, so it's not for faint-hearted, but well worth it if you can make it. This is how cool they want to be here with the reconstruction. This is the downpipe coming from this building here, and as you can see, they're made with the tree trunk carved to take the water out. And yet another example of how devoted to realistic replication they are. Even the fire extinguisher is hidden in a box marked with the fire extinguisher, but not to look out of place. And this is the Incense Road tour you can book. Here is the QR code to go and scan. I have to say, I'm truly really impressed the way the Saudis have solved the old town and the aesthetics of it. Everything is kept in the same aesthetic, in the same style. Nothing stands out. Everything is really the same colors, the use of timber. Everything, it looks really, really nice. Nothing looks out of place. I'm really, really impressed. Even the seats here. And they put the timber on the top of a metal bench so you don't burn your bum. Absolutely, truly beautiful and so authentic. It kept so authentic. And many places that we've seen so far in our travels, they don't really keep the same style to blend in with the classical architecture. So we're saying goodbye to Al Ula and we are on our way to Umloy, to a beachside resort, a seaside resort. We have to stop on the salt plains of Wadi Al-Hamd. As far as you can see, a salt plains, a salty lake, all the way. You know what this reminds me of? It reminds me of the Salar de Uyuni, the salt plains of Uyuni in Bolivia. As you can see here, the salt is straight away under the soil straight away under the salt, as you can see here. Not like in the Salar de Uyuni when there was a few meters of salt. It's still a really cool place. On the way to Umloy from Al Ula. After a bit of a journey, we arrived in Umloy and we were going to get something to eat in this lovely local establishment. Everything looks delicious out the window, so we're going in. So it turned out to be a Pakistani restaurant here in Umloy, and we get some chicken and mutton. Green chili lemon mutton and white chicken something. Looks delicious.